Awesome. So, hello. Thanks for doing a Kee-Mo-Kee interview with us. How are you?
I'm really good today. How are you?
I'm pretty fantastic. I get to go to camp this afternoon, so I'm excited.
But I'm a little jealous. It's very exciting.
It is very exciting. We're assembling all of our camp in bags, and we have so many to make. It's amazing.
I'm glad people are still being able to participate in camp, even though we can't go in person this summer.
Me too. They're getting some pretty cool traditional camp activities. So it'll be lovely to see what they make with the stuff we give them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. So we have a couple of questions. So to start, how long were you at Kee-Mo-Kee?
I started as a camper in, I want to say 2009.
Wow.
So I was a camper 2009 to 2011, I think. So I was a camper at the 50th anniversary, and this year is our 60th anniversary. So it's been a while. And then I was a staff member for the first time in 2014. And then my last summer, I only did spring staff, and that was 2 years ago, so 2018, I think. So
Yeah.
a while.
Definitely a while. What different roles did you have while you were at Kee-Mo-Kee?
So I was at Kee-Mo-Kee my very first year. I was a counselor, and then the next 2 summers, I was a lifeguard, the next 2 summers I was a lifeguard, and then I was head lifeguard, head counselor. For my last full summer, and then I was just a spring staff where we did school activities for my very last summer.
Awesome. Did you have a favorite role that you had?
I think my favorite role was head counselor, head lifeguard, because instead of just getting to make friends with like my cabin group in whatever cabin we got paired with, I got to make friends with everybody in the camp, and I got to go around and help everybody do their activities. So that was a lot of fun because I think I got to meet a lot more people and learn a lot more about people that I don't think I would have met otherwise.
Awesome. Do you have a favorite program category at camp?
Well, I want to say the swimming pool, but I think that's not fair.
Totally
pool, but I also really like gaga ball, and I do like crafts too. I think there's I wouldn't say I have a favorite category overall, but I definitely have specific favorite activities to do. So.
Agreed. What is your favorite campfire song?
My favorite campfire song is either the Tarzan song or 40 Years on an Iceberg, the one with the polar bears. That's a good one too.
Those are good songs. I really enjoy those as well. Do you have a favorite cabin?
I think that cabin 1 is probably my favorite cabin because it was the very first cabin I was ever in, and I'm also pretty sure it was the first cabin I ever counseled in.
Nice.
So that one's pretty important to me, but I do like some of the staff cabins too, but cabin 1 probably takes it.
My favorite cabin is also the first cabin that I was ever in, as a camper, so I'm completely biased to that.
Which one was that?
Cabin number 5.
Okay, yeah, that one's, I like the boardwalk there. You got a good view of the trees.
It's such a good view of camp and everything. It's fantastic.
See, but cabin 1, you have the shortcut to the campfire.
You're right.
So they both have their pros, that's for sure.
Yes, they do. How did you pick your camp name?
I was in cabin 1 in 2014 with Pixel and Marvel. They were our leaders during staff training week. Were you in there?
I don't think I was.
There was a couple other girls in there. I want to say that Cricket was in there, but it was a long time ago. Maybe even Ducky. I'm not sure. But we were brainstorming names for each other.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a couple of girls in there who had been LITs before, which is now our CIT program.
Yeah.
So they had camp names already. And I think we were just brainstorming. And there's a lot of Disney names that came up, as you can probably see with a lot of our staff names. A lot of Disney names and movie names. And I think we just picked one, and it kind of suited me because we were trying them out for a couple of days to see if we would like them. And then we just kind of rolled with it, and it stuck around.
That's all good names do. Okay, have some audience questions. Someone asked, what made you become a camp leader?
So I became a camp counselor because camp was really important to me as a kid. I think it pushed me out of my comfort zone, but it also gave me a lot of independence that I'm not sure that I would have gained at a day camp, which I think has been really important, not even just in being a camp counselor, but I think it's been really important in life past that. Because I think the camp gives you a lot of skills that you wouldn't necessarily think apply in the real world.
Yeah.
But they do.
They definitely do.
So I definitely became a camp counselor because I can remember some of my favorite camp counselors from that time. I had Miko, and I had Crick, and I had Cheerio, and Muskoka, and I had Knots. I think those were all of my camp counselors. I'm not sure if I'm missing any, but I just remember thinking that they were really nice and really funny, and I wanted to try to make the same difference in a kid's life that I felt they made in mine. And, you know, who doesn't want a job where you just play all day?
Agreed.
It's pretty good too.
Oscar says he misses everyone and he sends his love.
I miss Oscar.
Me too.
Wonderful.
What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oh, I've got a tie. It's either got to be strawberry or mint chip. Definitely not together, but one or the other.
An odd combination together.
Yeah, I don't think it would be good. Haven't tried it. Don't really plan on it either.
I think you should try it someday and then report back.
I'll let you know. I'll take a video.
Do you prefer the sunrise or the sunset?
I think I prefer the sunrise because it's always a little bit quieter and there is normally not mosquitoes.
True.
So I can just stroll out, don't need to bug spray, don't need to sunscreen yet. We'll have to, but.
The important part. What is the best movie that you have watched recently?
I haven't watched all that many movies recently. I've been pretty busy with school. I did start watching Star Wars recently for the very first time. I have been enjoying it. I tried to watch them in the wrong order the first time because I didn't really look at the numbers. It didn't go well. I didn't like them, but I started from number 1 this time, and it was actually good. So I think I'm on almost all the way done. The third movie, I can't remember what it's called, but I'm liking it a lot better now.
I definitely don't know anything about Star Wars. But speaking of, today I have decided it is Fandom Friday. And are you part of any fandoms?
Well, I really like Harry Potter.
Me too.
And I knew that you were going to say that. 1, because I know you pretty well, and 2, because I saw it in your video this morning. But I like Harry Potter a lot. I'm not sure if I'm part of another one. I don't know. I think Harry Potter is my biggest one. My sister has the box set at home that has the nice illustrated, my sister Phoenix, if you guys didn't know. But she has like the box set that comes in the nice little chest. I'm pretty jealous about that one. So.
The chest. I have a box set as well, but mine just like on the covers, like the spines of the books, they make Hogwarts and they're really cool.
Oh, that is really cool. I like that. I think I've seen those before.
What else do we have? What is your best joke?
My best joke. Oh man, I remember we had this book in the office. Do you remember that? With it was full of jokes to tell at the talent show. We had to pick the right one so we didn't reuse them all in the same 2 weeks.
Yep.
My favorite joke? Uh-oh. That's a hard one.
Yes, it is.
Uh-oh. Let me see. I don't think I can come up with one off the top of my head. There's a lot of good ones. I remember, I can't remember what the joke was about, but I remember a camper coming up to me at talent show after we told the jokes and telling me one, and it was really good. I wish I could think of it right now.
The best joke that I have ever on hand is mediocre at best. No one ever laughs except for me. Would you like to hear my joke?
Yes, I would like to hear your joke.
Amazing. It's a knock-knock joke, but you have to start it.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? That's it.
That's sneaky. I like it.
It is, because no one realizes that, like, a knock-knock joke, you're not supposed to start it. So it just startles people, and I think they just get confused, so they don't laugh at my joke. But I thought it was very clever. I still
have any of them written down. I have my camp binder in front of me. Let's see. Let me see if I can find a good one here.
You never know what's going to be in a good old camp binder.
Yeah, I know. I took it out this morning. I was like, well, let's look at some of this stuff. Oh, here's one. What U.S. state has the most math teachers?
I don't know.
Massachusetts.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
That one hasn't been used probably since like 2015.
I still have to spread that around to the people I know who like math. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? And what would your superhero name be?
I'd probably make my superhero name my camp name. That's still probably one of the only nicknames I have. But I think if I had a superpower, I think it would probably be to fly. And it would make it a lot easier, because I live far from Kee-Mo-Kee now, so it would make it a lot easier to see my friends if I could fly there instead of getting stuck in traffic. So.
That is true. Traffic is not great. Is cereal a soup?
Well, did you put milk in it? And how long has it been sitting?
Oh,
Because if it's mushy, I'd probably call it a soup.
Hmm.
But if it's not, if it's still crunchy, I don't know what I would call it then, but not a
If
soup.
you had like soggy Fruit Loops, would you call that a soup?
I would, because they start to fall apart and become like one thing. But
Not a good soup.
I think normally, not a soup.
Okay. Someone would like to know why you stole their name.
I stole their name?
Indeed, you stole their name. I have no further context.
I want to say that I saw this when I was like a second-year counselor, maybe second-year like staff, so a lifeguard. Maybe my third year, we saw Simba written somewhere.
Oh.
Rather big. I want to say it was in a weird spot, like when you're laying on the bottom bunk, like up there. So I don't think we saw it, but we normally do like a pretty good look around the craft lodge and look around places like the health hut and swales and aminal to try and see if somebody else has the name. But no, when we picked it, I didn't know somebody else had it, or I probably would have picked another one. I'm not sure if that's still a tradition or not, but
it could also be someone who would like to have the name Simba and cannot have the name Simba. They could have been planning it. Like if they're like a camper. I know as a camper.
That's true. I would give them permission. It's fine. You could add like an H on the end, then it's not the same.
Simba. Okay, and we have one last question. What do you miss the most about Kee-Mo-Kee?
I think I miss going to camp, because it's kind of like going to a second home. And even though I have 3 homes kind of now. I have where I live now, I have my parents' place, which is near Kee-Mo-Kee, and I have Kee-Mo-Kee. I think camp has something a little bit different about it, and you go in and there's a lot of great memories. And I think what I miss the most is looking into every week and being excited to see my old friends and meet new friends and be able to goof around in ways that maybe I wouldn't be as comfortable doing if it weren't for camp. So.
True. Camp is a good place.
Yes, it is. I would recommend everybody goes.
Me too. Amazing. So that is all of our interview questions. So thank you for coming and talking with us for a small bit today. Definitely come visit camp when we're back in session again.
Oh yes, for sure. Maybe I don't know, spring staff activities I really liked. Maybe I'll look into doing some sort of like STEM outreach kind of deal, so I can combine the 2 things I like to do and we can go from there.
That would be fantastic, because a lot of our programming is moving towards kind of STEM stuff, so
we can do it.
Awesome. Amazing. All right, well, thank you for coming. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was nice to talk again.
Bye.
Bye.